Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm CHELDIN BARLATT RUMER, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. I do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. I'm super excited about a number of different things that we've got going on. I'm always super excited, let's be honest. It was a wonderful week of wonderful videos and interviews that we did for This Is It with CHELDIN. And so it was so super fun. We have some signature shows that we'll be launching within this quarter, which will equally be so much fun. I'll be introducing you to some key This Is It experts, as well as bringing on some additional screamers from across the country and even internationally to be able to support us in growing this digital network. So I am completely excited. We are in a new quarter and a new day at the end of a week, and I'm excited to jump into this holiday weekend. Happy 4th of July weekend to all of you. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy 4th of July weekend. I hope that all of you are prepared to take a time out, because that's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to take a time out. And I'm not going to lie, I probably will be online, but I'm going to take a mental time out, not necessarily even from my digital devices, but just taking a time out to give myself a break, right? Give myself a break of the pressure that I put on myself for the things in which I do, the anxiety, truthfully, that I have sometimes when it comes to what it is that I've got to get done and the expectations that I put on myself. So I'm giving myself a time out. The majority of the world will be on pause. The majority of, not the world, of this country will be on pause. So if we can give ourselves a little bit of a break, if we can say, okay, at least during this time, I'm going to give myself a time out. And that could be a time out in a number of different areas. Not all things need to be timed and out, but it might just be an opportunity for you to say, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not worried about this. I'm not stressing about this in this moment, in this time. I'm going to give that a time out. And I want you to think about that a little bit, for this weekend. And as you go through it, because I won't see you guys again until Wednesday. I'm taking Monday off for the holiday. I have a speaking engagement on Tuesday. So our next morning message will be on Wednesday. And so I'm literally timing out. I'm giving myself an opportunity to regroup. I'm giving myself an opportunity to enjoy. I'm giving myself an opportunity to celebrate. I'm giving myself an opportunity to do so. And we forget about refueling ourselves. We forget about filling our cup up, right? We forget about doing that. And this weekend, these calendar holidays afford us a little bit of time in between, right? There's always one that pops up that gives us about a day or a day and a half or even a week off every couple months. And those, I need you to tap into those. I have to be honest with you, from an entrepreneurial spirit, for those that are listening, I didn't tap into those. I would work through holidays like a crazy person. I would make sure that I get things done and send things out. And I'm giving myself permission to have that time out. And if somebody in your world needs to give you permission to have a time out, then I am that person. We've got a lot going on. The third quarter is going to be amazing, slightly on fire. And I want to make sure that we all have enough energy to run the race. And in order to have the energy to run the race, we have to take the time. In order to have the energy to be able to move forward in the way in which we deserve to, the way in which we need to, the way in which we want to, we need to give ourselves that time out. And so for some of you, it might not necessarily be checking out completely. It might just be blocking out hours of time. It might be finally going and seeing, now that things have begun to open up, finally going and seeing that colleague or that friend. Hi, Chris. That colleague and that friend. But to give ourselves permission, to give ourselves a time out, to say, I'm going to take a minute. For me, I'm going to take a minute to regroup. I started doing that even yesterday. There was piles. I do. I recycle, but I print things out, and I have my piles. And I was like, these piles are getting a little out of control. And I sat, not with anxiety or not getting anxious in any way, but sat and organized the piles, what I needed, what I didn't need, what I needed to address, what I didn't need to address. And there were some things that were lingering. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to lie. Sorry for those that I hadn't gotten back to. There were things that I was putting off that I now put to the top of the pile. I organized myself because I gave myself a time out. I utilized the time in which I had. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to spend this time worrying. I'm not going to spend this time rehashing things in which I cannot control. I'm going to spend as much time as I possibly can. Good morning, Candy. Getting myself prepared to relax. And sometimes we don't do that. We don't even prepare the space so we can breathe while we're relaxing, right? So the larger issue is like running. And then, okay, Cheldin told me to relax. I'm going to relax. But you haven't prepared to relax, right? Because we can't, because the piles are packing up. The email is crazy. So yesterday I prepared to relax and give myself a time out today and this weekend. And you all have time today to prepare for this weekend coming up. You have time to prepare to relax. And I know that sounds like one more daunting thing that you need to do, but I have to tell you, when I got through those piles yesterday, when I addressed that email wildness that I had going on, when I made those updates to those platforms, I was like, ooh, now I can relax. Now the things that were on that today list that went a day long are done. The things that I was able to address and attack, I attacked, I put to bed, and now I'm prepared to relax. I'm giving myself a timeout. And that's what I encourage all of you to do, is to find the time to time out. You need to prepare for that. It isn't something that we just hatch or do or something that just happens to us. We have to participate in it. We have to make an active role and an active attempt to make the space in our lives for us to give ourselves a timeout. Yesterday, I made space. I made space because I knew that I would be timing out this weekend. This is, for those of you that are just tuning in, I'm not going to be back on Morning Message until Wednesday. Monday, we have off for the 4th of July holiday, so I hope you guys are all celebrating that, at least those here in the States. And then Tuesday, I have a speaking engagement in the morning. So my Morning Message is back on Wednesday. So I am timing out, and all of that, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Maybe I'll squeeze it in on the ride, and maybe I'll do, I'm giving myself permission to breathe. I'm giving myself permission to be flexible. I'm giving myself permission to give myself a time out, because there are things in which I need to do in order to prepare for it. There's things in which I need to do in order to ensure that we are moving in the correct and right direction. And I'm excited about those things. And I'm excited about how organized I have been able to be in doing what it is that I need to do. It is a wonderful thing, and it's exciting for all of us to be able to get that time out. So the rest of the third quarter of 2021, I can't even believe it, can be on fire, can be about planning and executing where it is that we want to be and what it is that we want to do. So that's my hope for all of you, is that you are going to give yourselves a time out this weekend and at least spend some time with family and friends, if able. Connect with people digitally if that's all that's available to you, but give yourself an opportunity to sit in all that you've done and celebrate all that you are. I'm Cheldin BARLATT RUMER, and this is it. I love that you join me each and every day, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern for a morning message. Today's morning message is encouraging all of you to take the time and time out. Give yourself a break over this holiday weekend, at least for those that are celebrating here in the States. My morning message is set up and hopes that it encourages you all to no longer whisper your wishes, but to in fact scream your dream. You can find us everywhere at This Is It TV. And you can log on to thisisItTV.com for all that we've got going on and watch all of our latest segments at thisisit.tv. I'll be back on Wednesday after my time out in hopes that you all find your voice and find the words to tell your story. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.